As families cut back on their grocery budgets, one of America's biggest snack makers is quietly shutting down factories. And your favorite chips could be caught up in it. Stick with me, because the first factory to close is the historic birthplace of one of the single most famous snacks in the entire country. The company is PepsiCo, and it is quietly slowing production of its beloved Frito-Lay brand, having already closed 2 factories so far, with a third reportedly on the way. Let us start with the closure that stings the most for snack fans. The Frito-Lay plant in Rancho Cucamonga, California, was fully shut down by June 6, 2026, and this was the historic site that gave us Flamin Hot Cheetos. That plant had been part of the Frito-Lay story for 5 decades, so losing it is symbolic as much as anything, a sign of how much the snack business is changing. Now, do not panic, because Frito-Lay still runs more than 30 manufacturing plants across the country, so the snacks themselves are not disappearing overnight. But that was not the only closure. An off-site warehouse in Orlando shut down in May, and back in February of 2025, a New York plant that made the Popcorners popped corn chips was closed too, with the company saying its growth just could not sustain the site, and these closures come with a very real human cost. The Rancho Cucamonga shutdown alone resulted in 248 layoffs, and the New York plant closing cut another 287 jobs, though PepsiCo says it is offering transition help and severance. And layoffs like these ripple outward, because when hundreds of people in one town lose a steady paycheck, local spending drops and other nearby businesses feel it too. So why is a snack giant pulling back like this? Because even PepsiCo is feeling the pinch. In its most recent quarter, the North American division that includes Frito-Lay posted a 2% decline in revenue, with snack volume flat, as shoppers simply left more bags on the shelf. Snacks are the definition of a discretionary purchase, so they are one of the very first things families cut when money gets tight. And that makes a brand like Frito-Lay especially sensitive to a squeezed economy. And it may not stop there, because the company has been streamlining across its whole lineup. PepsiCo has already closed 4 of its U.S. bottling plants as well, so more snack or drink facilities could be trimmed if Americans keep tightening their budgets. Here's the part that shows this is bigger than just one company, because a lot of familiar food brands are doing the exact same thing. In just the past year, Post Holdings closed 2 cereal plants, Conagra closed a Marie Callender's dessert plant, Del Monte shut a processing plant and 2 warehouses, and J.M. Smucker is closing a Hostess plant. Together, those closures put well over 1,000 people out of work, which tells you this is not one company's problem. It is an industry-wide response to how cautiously we are all spending right now. From cereal to frozen desserts to canned vegetables, the same story keeps repeating. Demand softens, a plant becomes hard to justify, and the company consolidates production into its remaining sites. So, what does all of this actually mean for you at the grocery store? The good news is your favorite snacks are probably safe for now, because PepsiCo says it is streamlining its supply chain to cut costs rather than killing off products. So this is about where snacks are made, not whether they exist. The catch is that the lowest selling products are the ones most likely to quietly disappear first if shoppers keep pulling back, so that niche flavor you love could be at risk. The bottom line is that these factory closures are really a symptom of a much bigger squeeze. When families cut non-essentials to save money, brands cut production, and the layoffs that follow only reduce spending further. So it is a cycle worth watching as the economy shifts. So keep an eye on your favorites over the next few months.